Hey, this is Melody with Realty Executives Main Street, and look at this gorgeous view. This is in downtown Sweetwater, actually, and I just finished up with a closing, and I thought, you know what a beautiful day. Why not stop and make a video? So that's what I decided to do. And so I wanted to give you some things that might help you in preparing your move to East Tennessee. It's kind of like some do's and don'ts. Stay tuned. So I was talking with some clients of mine who are moving here from Minnesota, and they were like, you know what, Melody, should I even bother packing snowsuits, snow gear? Don't do it. You just donate it, sell it up there in Minnesota before you come here, because we get very minimal snow, like very minimal. And so you don't need snow gear. Please don't bring a snowblower, because people will laugh and they might even point at you and make fun of you. So don't bring that as well. What little bit of snow that we do get usually melts within a few hours or maybe even the next day. And if you do decide to go, skiing for the weekend or something up in Ober-Gatlinburg, usually you can just put on layers. So don't bring your snow gear. You're not going to need it. Another thing that you're not going to need here, now of course there's always extenuating circumstances, but you're probably not going to need a water softener here. I know when I lived in Utah, a lot of people had water softeners. You don't really need it here. The water's not too hard. It's not too soft. It's just kind of right there in the middle. So that's one thing, unless it's an extreme circumstance, that you're probably not going to need here. Whether you use well water or public water, you're usually going to be okay. So you're probably not going to need a water softener. Now, we get a lot of moisture here in East Tennessee. And so one of the things that you're probably not going to need is a sprinkler system. Because, you can see the grass behind me. Here it is, May 4th. It's green. We get rain. We get humidity. You're not going to need a sprinkler system. Now, I have shown houses before that have had sprinkler systems. Maybe the builder put it in. I don't know. But it's not really a need here. Now, what you are going to need, first of all, when you come in, you're going to need insect repellent, especially mosquitoes, because they're not out yet. Oh, but they're coming. Oh yes, it will be fun. So you're going to need insect repellent. You also may need some fire ant killers. We have fire ants here in East Tennessee, and they're already popping up, making their beautiful little mounds, and those buggers are stubborn sometimes. So just be aware, if you see some dark brown, almost like sandy like dirt piled up into a mound, that's probably fire ants, and you're going to want to stay away from those, and you're probably going to want to get some kind of insecticide of some sort to get rid of those, because they are painful. If you've ever been bitten by one, it's not the most pleasant feeling in the world. So one of the things that I love about living here in East Tennessee, and it's more of a do thing. So when you get here and you're settled in, one of the things in almost every county or city that I've visited, if there is a funeral procession, people pull over to the side of the road until that whole procession passes. It's a sign of respect. I know the great citizens of Athens did that when my father passed, and it just meant so much to me. So if you see a funeral procession, it's the respectful thing to do here is just pull over on the side of the road. It doesn't matter if you're in a hurry. It doesn't matter if you're late for something. Just do it. It will make your heart feel better. It'll make the people who are going through some mourning, it will make their hearts feel better as well. Cannot forget the courtesy wave. So here, people who have grown up here, let me say it that way. Now we've got some people coming in, and we're so glad that you're here, but maybe you haven't educated yourself yet in the customs of East Tennessee. So if you are driving down the highway, or you are driving down the interstate, and you make room, or somebody makes room for you to get in, you always got to give them a courtesy wave or a thumbs up or something to acknowledge them that they were gracious enough to slow down and let you in front of them or whatever. You got to give the courtesy wave. It's usually a 2-finger or I even get my kids to do it, because sometimes if they're sitting in the back seat, it's easier for them to do it. But you always say thank you in the form of a wave, a nod, 2 fingers or something when somebody lets you get in front of them. So those are just some do's and don'ts. I know they're kind of minor, but if you want to acclimate to this East Tennessee culture, this might be a few ways to help you out. Now, would you do me a favor? I'm trying to help you out by learning the culture of East Tennessee. Would you help me out? Would you like this video or put a comment down below, or even better yet, subscribe to my channel? Oh, it would make my heart so smile. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time.